August, and I'm leaving this morning from the hostel, but this is the breakfast that you pay for. $9 in pancakes and eggs and bacon, and we're all having, a lot of people are taking it, so we're all in here. So you can see 5 leaves on TikTok, and then they all are. A lot of people in here eating right now. That's Monk in the back there, and you can see.
Yeah,
they got a lot of people in here, and they got a big
kitchen. Just adjusting my plans and not being so rigid.
So
I'm still gonna get there the same.
Yeah, we're all just eating now, and then after we eat around 8 o'clock, we're gonna go off to the trail. Except for those that are zeroing. So today's the 21st of August. I left the shelter and they dropped us off, and now I've gone about, I guess, 6 miles into the 100-mile wilderness, and I think this is the waterfall. It's supposed to be the largest in Maine. I'm not sure, but it looks like it could be. It's really nice, so I decided to stop and take some video. So it's really beautiful. I'm on the rocks here next to it. And I think further down I have to ford this river. I think this one there might be rocks so I can hop across on. But there's, I think, 2 more rivers, either today and tomorrow, that I gotta ford. So we'll see how that goes. But it's supposed to rain later today, coming in somewhere between 4 and 7. So I'm going to hike as long as I can, and when I think it's getting ready to rain, then I'll try and find a stealth site and set up my tent before it rains, because I don't think I'll make the shelter I wanted to get to. Well, it's the 22nd. I only did 10 miles my first day in the wilderness because of the rain, but just like 200 yards up the trail, leaving this morning, it's a little before 7. We came into this beaver dam, but this one's a cool one because it's raised up pretty high. So I'll show you around. The trail goes up past over there, but that's where it starts on one side. And look how raised up this thing is. If you look over there, it's a good 6 feet high or so, that beaver dam, going all the way around. Boy, if this broke loose, it would flood out the shelter that was not far below it. And then if you look right over there, you can see the beaver's lodge where he lives, right in there. So it looks like we're going to have nice weather for the next several days, after this rain's done, as soon as this fog lifts. But and you can see right there that tree. He started to chew, didn't get all the way through that one. So anyway, now I'm going to try and make up a few of those miles and do at least around 17, 18 today. Supposedly at the top of this mountain, which is about another 8 miles, you can get a good view of Katahdin. So if it's a clear day, we should get a good picture of it. Well, this is the last ford, the one that was a little bigger. I tried to walk upstream. Couldn't find any place that I felt comfortable hopping a rock because they're pretty slippery and big. So I put my Crocs on, carried my shoes halfway across, then I threw them to the other bank, and the second shoe hit a tree, bounced back, rolled down into the water, lost my gaiter because it was tucked in my shoe, and lost my compression sock. So, oh well, what are you gonna do? So my one shoe's wet, no gaiter. I had to put the other pair of compression socks on. The other shoe's intact, nice and dry. And that's the way I'm gonna continue. Good thing I only have about 4 or 5 more days left. I'm on the 3rd mountain, that's what it's called, 3rd mountain. And trying to make 20 today. I'm close to 15. It's probably about 2:30. And I thought it was supposed to clear up today and that, but apparently it's very cloudy, and there's a chance of showers because I'm seeing some in the distance and that, but I hope it doesn't come here. You can see in the distance over there, there's a nice shower going through to the north. I don't think it's coming this way. I think it's going to pass. I hope it does. But anyway, and back there looks a little clearer because everything's moving to the northeast, which that way is northeast. So that shower should be moving that way. And it looks like it is. But it could spread, I don't know. I don't want it over here. Anyway, I'm gonna keep moving. Gotta make miles. It's the 23rd of August, and I camped near a wide river that we had to ford. Oop, there you go. Wide river that we have to ford. It's a beautiful day. Hardly any clouds. I don't even think there are clouds. So I think we're gonna have a few days after the threat of rain yesterday and the rain the day before. I think we're gonna have a good 2 or 3 day run here. But we just had to ford this river. I took my shoes off this time and carried them with me so I didn't lose anything. But this is a river that we had to ford. You see a couple that are walking through it now. It's not that deep or anything. It's not even fast moving, but it's just you gotta ford. So just put my shoes back on and away we go this way. I have this is day number 3. This is the last set of hills I have to climb. It's not going to be as hard as yesterday, and then it's flat the whole rest of the way. I did 20 yesterday, so I think I should be able to do another 20 today, and then more than 20 the next 2 days to make up for that 10-mile day the first day. So off I go. I finally got to see my moose. There's a cow with a calf. Older calf, but they're right down there eating, and they don't seem to care that we're here. The cow's the size of a good-sized horse. The calf's sniffing us. Hardly anybody has seen moose. We just hit this right in the middle of the 100-mile wilderness. Well, I'm just about literally 50 yards or so from the top of White Mountain. This is the last climb before Mount Katahdin. Everything else is really flat, and I'm so glad it's the last climb. So when I go down the other side, it'll just be a descent and then onto flat, root infested lowlands. But from here, yeah, good view of Mount Katahdin. And there it is, Mount Katahdin, which is that flattish looking top one. We would go up on that side. And that's my target. It's about 65 miles away. And 2 days I'll be at the base, and 3 days. Third day, next Tuesday, I'll be climbing it to that sign. The 100-mile wilderness is not flat all the way like everybody thinks, because all those mountains over there, right over there, is what we climbed. I guess it was from here to here, up to this mountain, is what we had to climb over to get here. Now, once I go down the other side of this mountain, then it'll be flat the whole way to Katahdin, other than that, just a small little hill, no bigger than what's right down here, which is nothing compared to what we've been done, because I am so done with climbing mountains. And I'll be so glad to have flat ground, even if it is rooty and marshy. Alright, I'm on the other side of Mount White, facing north, just before I start going down. And there it is, Mount Katahdin in the distance. I have 2.5 days to get to the park. Actually 2.5 days to get into the campground. And that'll give me Monday so that Tuesday I can summit Mount Katahdin. And that will be where the sign is, and that will be the end of my journey. Hiking the AT, through hiking. So I'm getting close, and you can see from here to Mount Katahdin, there's really no mountains in the way. It's all pretty much very low hills. So that's a welcome sight. I'm tired with these mountains, as I said before. The first part of this wilderness is hilly. You're climbing over mountains, not huge mountains, but there's some climbs. So this is it. I go down here and I am done with the mountains until I summit Mount Katahdin. So let me just, there it is. Second half flatter part of the 100-mile wilderness in Maine. It's landscape is flat, but it's kind of rolly and lots of roots, so it's you can't walk quite as fast as if you're on just a plain flat, clear path. But one thing about this is, you get off trail, you can have a heck of a hard time finding where the trail is. Everything looks the same. So it's important you check these blazes once in a while. Make sure you're in the right place. It's the 24th. I got 2 more days of the wilderness today and tomorrow, so I got to do roughly about 25 miles today to make up for that short day in the beginning. And I'm just hoping that this cloudy weather please blow over. You can see in the, I guess, northwest, it looks a little brighter up there. So I'm hoping what's over me now will just blow over without raining. Don't want to get wet again today. But anyway, this is a nice sandy beach here, and that's a nice big lake here. I don't know if there's any other place on it, but you could easily go swimming here. And that, so I just stopped in. It was like a half 10, so that won't delay me too much. I got an early start, about 6:15 today. So let me continue. Well, I'm in the lowlands and it's 10:30, so I've done 12 miles already in about 3.5 hours. So I'm going a little, about 4 hours maybe. Going a little bit fast, about 3 miles an hour. So that's good. Good, that sets me up for a 25-mile-an-hour day. But boy, I'm going, there's a lot of lakes, a lot of streams, a lot of marshes. It's all flat, and the mosquitoes are just attacking me. They're as bad as when I was in Massachusetts. I mean, I turn around, I can see a bunch of them flying and just following me, and I guess the draft that just pulls them along right behind me, and the minute I stop, they just swarm on my legs. Even while I'm walking, they're landing on my arms and that. So I got all these little tiny welts all over my legs, on my arms, from those mosquitoes. And I'm here by the lake. The wind's picked up a little bit here, so that helps. But also, once I stopped, they all started landing on me. So once I killed about I guess 15 or 20 of them. I didn't disturb any new vegetation or anything, so they've been leaving me alone for the last 5 minutes as I ate my honey bun. Krispy Kreme honey bun. 500 calories for the weight is great, but I'm taking my break now. I'll eat lunch around 12. I should be to maybe a lean-to by then. I don't know if I'll even go past it, and I'll just find a spot to sit down. But yeah, this is now I feel like I'm in kind of a wilderness because I didn't pass anybody today. There are still kind of day hikers or short section hikers doing the hilly part back there where they had access, but now I haven't seen anybody at all since I started this morning. Nobody's been at the shelters, the two that I passed, the campsites. I haven't seen anyone, so they're doing the same thing I'm doing. They're pushing through to get to the end. So we'll see how far I can get today. I'm still itching. I'm just itching all over from those stupid mosquitoes. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm at this lake. I forget the name of it, but anyway, it's a pretty big lake. But there's Katahdin. We're getting closer. I got about another 40 some miles. Actually, not even 40 some miles. I'm not sure how many I got, but I'm getting closer. Well, I got a little under 3 miles to go to the shelter. That'll make 25 miles. I don't know if I'll be able to go more than that. We'll see. If there's a convenient stealth that I can figure out, 1 or 2 miles maybe, but we'll see. My legs are tired. There's some sections that were really fast and flat, and then there are others that were just so many roots. It was like Pennsylvania with the rocks, only roots. Sometimes I think the roots are worse. But I just came out to this lake. I forget the name, but apparently there's public camping right here, and they're not pads. You just set up in wherever there's a spot, which makes it really nice. So here's the lake. It's kind of a rocky beach, but still, it's a beautiful lake. And some people have their canoes here. I'm sure there's fishing here. I'm not sure what you'd catch here, but it's really nice. And that person has their tent right there, and then right over here behind the trees is a real nice flat area where they got a whole family camping there. So this might be a nice place to come. This is great. And you can't beat the look how clear that water is. It's almost like you're not looking at water. We're on Rainbow Mountain, 6 miles to go before Able Bridge, which is the border to Baxter State Park. And in the distance there, that is Mount Katahdin. We are almost there. I am so glad. Boy, this has been it's been flat, a lot of roots, kind of like Pennsylvania with the rocks. But even though it's flat, it's just been a grueling, it will be 5 days through the 100-mile wilderness. It's not wilderness like they say. I mean, there's plenty of section hikers, and there's a couple places where people can drive in through logging roads to camp and that, but you just can't resupply very much. But there it is, Mount Katahdin. Okay, I officially, and there's mosquitoes everywhere, made it through the 100-mile wilderness. That sign behind me says this is the northern end of the wilderness, and for 100 miles you will not be able to get supplies until Munson. So I am officially out of it as of that sign. And now I'm going to the Abu Bridge, where they have a campground that has conserve your food, and I can buy some minor resupply snacks just to get me to the ranger station tomorrow. Then I'll hitchhike into Millinocket, where Marianne has a hotel, and then on the Tuesday she has a $5 pass to get back in here so that I can go and start climbing Mount Katahdin and finish my hike and touch the sign. Here I am at Abu Bridge, On the other side, and then just a little ways, is the Baxter State Park boundary, and in the background, there it is, Katahdin Mountain. I am getting a little excited now because it's been dreary going through the 100-mile wilderness, but now I'm getting a little excited. I'm at the campground that's right over the bridge, and we're camping right in the more or less shadow of Mount Katahdin, which is, I took a picture of. You can see it right from our campground here. It looks really neat. And I paid the $28. I'm not going to go to the breaches, which everybody would do. I'm just going to leave here, hike the 8 miles to the ranger station, and go into town tomorrow and meet Marianne. So I get a shower here, I get a breakfast here. I'm going to eat dinner here because they have prepared food. And all these guys are there, Gump and Golden Walker. I haven't seen them in such a long time. They're here. I thought they would have been finished, but they slowed down. So I'm seeing all these people here that I haven't seen in a long time. It's really great. And so we're all camping in the same spot. And forget what I was gonna say. So tomorrow we're all thinking of summiting on the 27th. So like it's gonna be a whole crew of us going up there. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to do this. And so I guess that's it right now. Oh, my credit card expired this month, and all of a sudden it's still the 20 something. It's not the end of the month, and I used it earlier in the month, and now I tried to use it and I couldn't, so I used up almost all my cash. I just got to make sure I don't need any to get into the park. I don't think I do, but hopefully not. 26th of August, last day to walk 10 miles to the ranger station. Then tomorrow I summit. So I stayed at this campground here, Green Mountain Court. No, some name. And all the other hikers, a bunch of the other hikers, we were all camping right by the river there. We saw moose cross the river this morning. It was beautiful and that. But now they offer breakfast with your stay. So here's what it looks like. All the hikers just waiting for the doors to open so we can have our breakfast. Hey fellas, take a wave. It's our last kind of day hiking at all.
Yeah.
And everything. So we're all waiting for breakfast. So they open it up at 7. Okay, now we are entering Baxter State Park. Here's the line, and there's Mount Katahdin. I got about 9 miles to go. And it's right at this beaver dam pond. So it is the 26th. Tomorrow I summit, so today I go into the park. And here's the kiosk where you're supposed to sign up for a campsite at the Birches. And they only allow 12, so probably by now, which is around 8:30 or so, there's probably no room, but I'm not staying there. So I don't care if I don't get a campsite.
There is space.
There is space?
Yeah.
Still, how many?
I think
like at least 4,
Really?
which is good because there's a couple coming I think who need space.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3 more spaces.
Yeah.
I think the vortex helps. It sucks people.
Because they only allow 12.
Yeah.
So 3 more spaces. Is that for tomorrow? That's for tonight, yeah. Wow.
If the steward comes back, then maybe
So
we'll
I'm
be
not
able
going to
tell
sign
them
up
that you went
because
back, 'cause you're not supposed to, I guess.
there are other people who will need it. Not them, but other people.
No, I think they actually do
Is
need it.
that the?
That's a daughter, a lady.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
And that's the kiosk that you
never
got to
mind.
sign up. And trail register, what's that for? Entering
Oh
the
yeah, I
park.
think everyone's got to
This
register.
is
Okay, so I have to sign into here.
Sorry, we're taking up
So,
a lot of
like,
real estate.
Find
Yeah,
your
that's
spot.
okay. That's fine. Okay, so I am entering the park. I am signed in as of 8:35. And off I go. Whoa!
Oh.
That was somebody's pack.
Yeah. That pack tries to kill me every day, so.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Time to get someone else.
So we got to hike up to I don't know, Ranger Station, wherever it is, and then I gotta.
Yep.
The Birches, right there. Okay, and then I have to hitchhike down into the town where Marianne will be waiting at a hotel somewhere.
Park Tote Road.
I got a hitch first car out of the park. That was great, and picked me up. Both of us hitched in here, and now we're in town, and I'm standing right here in front of the Appalachian Trail Lodge, and that's where my wife has reservations, so we'll be staying here. And a couple other hikers are in here too that they're going to summit, I guess, tomorrow. So that's when I'm summiting. So my wife will be here in a few minutes with some detergent, wash my clothes. We'll go out to eat, relax, rest for the day, kind of check out the town down there, see what's around, and get ready to summit Katahdin tomorrow. I can't wait. It's August 27th, and Marianne just dropped me off, and me and Eric are about to summit the end of my journey, Katahdin, Mount Katahdin, up the sign there. So we got to go up. It's what, about 6:45? We're starting out.
6:51.
We just have to go near the ranger station register. I think we already had at the other one, so we may just have to walk by it. We're going to take the Hunt Trail up and the A-Ball down. We'll hit Knife Edge, which is supposed to be really cool up there. So this is the end of a long journey. All right. There it is. I did it. We're at the top here, and this is it. It ended. I touched the sign behind me. The picture's been taken, and it is done. And now we're just hanging out with all the other people out here. Maybe we'll do Knife Edge before we go down. And tonight we'll just celebrate at the restaurant. All the other through hikers.
What? August 27th.
Some section hikers or day hikers too. There's the sign. Gotta get everybody. There he is. Make sure I don't miss anybody who was hiking up here with us. I'll call her Five Leaf because that's her name. And down there is her dad, MacGyver. And it is done. I can't believe it's done. Well, the trail is done. I finished it, drove home, and when I came home, here's what I found. I had all the states here that I went through, all 14 of them, even with the mileage on each one, all the way down to Maine. They even put a blaze on the tree. So I'm home from the AT. And then I had the balloons and everything, and I have SpEd on the AT. That's my YouTube site, and it has the mileage and everything in my green and white polka dot hat. So this was my welcome home. Boy, was this good. It was nice to be home. At the same time, it was kind of sad that I was done. So that's the end. I'm back home again, and this is the end of the story, end of the trail. So goodbye all. Honey bun on the through hike. When I go home, I'll not be allowed to eat these anymore. So I'm going to enjoy every bite of this
Either
last
that or she's going to say you have to eat 20 before.
honey bun. Yes, absolutely. That is it. Junk food forever. Well, the trek is over. You can see I'm cleanly shaven. I have my hat on instead of my bandana because it's not hot. I'm not hiking, but I'm home now. The great adventure's over. Now I have to get back into the life I was, pay bills, do maintenance on the house that was neglected, things like that. But